talked about this a lot.
And this is just, I mean, this is stupid.
Dr. Zorba Paster has actually written a lot about this, and we're going to be taking your calls, by the way, in just a minute at 270-9933.
So call in now.
Yeah.
Call in now, 270-9933. So what do you think's going on here?
How stupid? I mean, how stupid can this be? I mean, this is really teenage dumbness. It's the same as playing with fire. It's the same. You could look at it as like sniffing glue and other things. They're dumb teenage things. And I think anybody who's got a teen in the house has got to talk about it, because believe it or not, most teens probably know about this. I never heard about this until the CDC came out.
How dangerous is it?
Well, it's very dangerous. The real danger is with toddlers because they eat it. And the reality is it's often under the sink, along with the dishwashing pods, and often it's not in a child safety thing. So I think it's very important for parents, if you've got those pods, to keep them away from toddlers and infants, if that's the case. And if they have teenagers, talk to them about this and say, hey, this is dumb and stupid. There's nothing wrong with telling a teen that there may be something dumb and stupid out there, because often they're dumb and stupid and don't realize how dumb and stupid it is.
And they want some internet fame, maybe. That's all.
Of course.
Yeah,
it's all social media driven.
I mean, it's media driven, and who would ever take like a box of Tide and open it up and try to swallow the powder?
Can you poison yourself by just swallowing
yes, you can. Well,
one
there's stuff in
swallow
there.
of it?
You certainly can get sick. The ones who died were toddlers.
Yeah.
Those are the ones, toddlers and little kids.
All right, let's go to Lynette from Madison. Hi, Lynette.
Hi there.
Hi, what's your question?
Well, I'm training for a half marathon.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
But I have a heel spur.
Oh,
And
bad for you.
I know it's very painful. So I ice it with a frozen can of beans and stuff. But I am wondering if I'm doing extra damage by continuing running, or if I should get a cortisone shot.
Well, a few things. First of all, do you walk barefoot around the house?
No.
Okay, I mean, in socks, or do you have a shoe that's got a good sort of heel to it, spongy heel?
Yes, I have inserts.
Okay, so it's very important not to walk barefoot whenever you have plantar fasciitis or a heel spur.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing. The other thing that's important is doing the ice is a great idea. If that fails, you may want to look at a cortisone shot. Sometimes that really helps. And since you're not going to be doing a half marathon in the middle of the winter, now is probably a good time to actually get the cortisone shot. And then sometimes on the net you can look. There are little things that you can get, spring sort of loaded devices that you can get for plantar fasciitis or a heel spur that help you when you're sleeping. But don't walk barefoot. No barefoot.
Okay, very good to know. That's very common, plantar fasciitis.
Very
a lot
common.
of people
Very,
suffer
and heel
from that.
spur is just about the same thing that we do for it.
Let's go to Joe in Janesville. Hi, Joe. What's your question?
Yeah, my question is about, I got the flu really bad and a lot of congestion, and if Mucinex would help me.
Well, for the flu, first of all, when we say the flu, it's not all influenza. It's kind of our word for the common cold and influenza. And the reality is what we want to do is symptomatic relief. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. That's the most important thing. Turn on the vaporizer. If you don't have one, get a vaporizer, because it really makes a big difference. And then if you're really too congested, drugs like Mucinex and other things that are decongestants can be quite helpful. But really, make sure that you really hydrate yourself. Tylenol or ibuprofen.
Are you seeing a lot of flu patients?
Oh, we're seeing a lot. And when it comes to influenza, if you have not gotten your flu shot, go get your flu shot. It's a bad flu season. The shot is not 100%, but it'll sure help you if you do get influenza.
How do you know when it's a flu and not a cold?
Just much worse. That's kind of what you don't really know. There's sort of a category. If you go on the net and you look at the CDC, it's just so much worse. You ache, pain, you feel like you can hardly get out of bed. You can't always tell. We can tell in our office because we can actually do a swab.
All right. I don't know if this... Okay, let's go to John in Madison. Hi, John.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
Hi. You see, I have these diarrhea symptoms with the flu, and is this common?
Well, that usually means a different type of viral infection. So it's not influenza usually, but at any time, in this time of year, there are 100 or 200 viruses that are around. And because we stay indoors and we're in close contact to people, we spread those viruses from one person to another. So some people do get diarrhea with the flu, but for the most part, it means you've got some other viral infection.
You know, a lot of people hear that the shot's only 30% effective.
Right.
And they say, well, Why bother?
Well, because the shot will still help you if you actually get influenza. It's actually going to help you keep from getting a terrible case of influenza and end up in a hospital like other people. So even though it may be 30% effective, for you, it might be 100%. It doesn't mean it's 30% for you. It just means that not everyone is actually getting immunity.
And a lot of people are ending up in the hospital.
Oh,
with
yeah.
this.
They
It's very
are.
serious this
It'll
year.
kill 5 to 20,000 people this year. That's the estimate. 5 to 20,000 people. It's deadly.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, thanks for calling in, everyone. And you're back on Monday.
I'm back on Monday.
Oh, good.
That's
If you
right.
didn't get through today, tune in back on Monday. Have a great weekend, Zorba.
Take care.
Thanks,
Stay
Zorba.
warm.
See you Monday.